Hello, and welcome to today's Intention Sunday. It's kind of a rainy, gloomy day out there, but it's still so beautiful. I think we can maybe today just stop and think for a moment about all our ancestors and the benefits that we reap from their being into existence. And we can feel their spirit still calling to us and guiding us and pointing things out to us as we move along in our lives. So we're going to thank the spirits of our ancestors. And now we're going to create some reality together. So if you could find a place to sit or lie down for the next 30 minutes or so with your eyes closed, not be disturbed, that would be really great. Let's go ahead and close your eyes. And we're going to start with some deep, slow breaths. So take the breath of life in. And when you exhale, I want you to just release all your cares and concerns. Just let them dissolve and float away. You can do without them for the next 30 minutes, I assure you. And then for the next breath, I want you to fill up as full as you can. Start with your lower tummy, then your upper abdomen, and let your lower rib cage expand outwards towards the back. And this time when you exhale, I want you to feel like you're sinking into the safe arms of Pachamama, Mother Earth, always supporting us. And for the next breath, we're going to use our visualization techniques a little bit to help us. I want you to breathe light directly into your heart and then exhale light directly from your heart. Good. And now we're going to put our focus on the body. Make sure it's good and relaxed for this inwards journey. I want you to bring your awareness down to your feet right now and simply ask them to relax at this time. Our bodies are these most loyal and wonderful servants that just want to do our bidding. Sometimes we just need to ask. And now if you feel you are able, feel your energy leaving through your feet into the ground, curling up with the roots of the forest, and then circling back to complete the circuit back into your feet. Allow the earth to cleanse and replenish your energy. Feel grounded. Now we move to the ankles, shins, calves, and knees. And feel everything relax. As we touch upon each body part or area, I want you to allow everything to revert back to its natural, pristine, original blueprint that you started with. Perfect, efficient, vibrant. And we move up to the upper leg, the hip, buttock, pelvic area, and feel everything loosen. And we move into the inner organs, the rib cage, the breast, chest, full back and spine. everything softens. Our shoulders are down in the most comfortable position. Arms, forearms, hands, and fingers hanging loosely. Our neck is supple, bearing no weight. And then we'll bring our attention up to the skin of our scalp. This is where tension can hide a lot of the time. I want you to release anything that you find there right now, almost as if your ears could wiggle. And then we move into the jaw and we allow it to unhinge. Open up and receive the breath of life. And then we feel all of our facial muscles melting into this pool of perfect relaxation. And then we see if we can't get our eyelids to soften a few extra degrees. Moving inwards, we ask our right brain to relax and our left brain to relax. And then we're going to thank our minds for all the hard work they do on our behalf all the time. We're actually going to invite them now to have a virtual seat on our couch and just chillax for a bit while we let the heart steer the bus for this session. We want our minds to stick around and be part of our council. Just take more of a back seat for a little while. Now let's deal with our thoughts. We all have so many thoughts, and they're usually moving so fast. Let's enlist the help of the elements to help us deal with this. We'll start with the element of fire. Fire is a great element for this as it burns up that which we no longer need, purifying us and allowing us to be reborn from the ashes. And you can see the sun as the fire element. You can imagine yourself standing fully in the sunlight. And then we'll move to the water element, another great element for dealing with our thoughts, as it naturally retains memory in each drop. So maybe we could imagine ourselves standing in the middle of a gentle river, feeling the pull of the current against us. And we can witness or observe as all of our burdens are pulled away from us, all of those negative habits and patterns that we have, any past traumas. We can just see them floating down the stream. And then we move to the element of air, feeling the wind or the breeze against our bare skin. And its specialty is pulling away all of our stories, our egos, leaving behind nothing but the shining truth. And then we'll ask the element of earth with her magnetic properties to pull away and stick to her any baggage or heaviness that we're still holding on to. Trusting in her ability to transform this energy into a higher vibrational resonance, maybe akin to a seed sprouting into new life. Now, our thoughts have a way of kidnapping us and taking us away on these wild rides, on these tangents. This happens to us all. As soon as you recognize that that's happened, I want you to gently, gently bring yourself back to the present moment, what you're doing, back to your breath. Sometimes it's just the continuous practice of bringing yourself back. And then eventually we find that we're not taken away as easily anymore. We get to stay more in the generous present moment, in its peace and perfection. And now let's take the journey from our head space down to our chest cavity where the heart resides. Let's use a beautiful wooden spiral staircase to get there. I'd like you to experience this journey viscerally. So feel the smooth grain of the wood underneath your fingertips. As you trail your hand down the railing, hear the soft padding of your bare feet as they touch down on each step. And sense the buoyancy or the lightness as you glide down the staircase. And as you arrive on the platform, I want you to notice if there's anything in front of your heart. Perhaps a gate with a lock on it. Maybe a wall has been built. This is normal and natural. We all develop protective measures for ourselves. What I'd like you to realize is that this is your heart. You have full access, VIP backstage pass to it at all times. It's your concert. So I want you to go ahead and envision those locks disintegrating, the gates creaking open. Perhaps a bridge appears over the moat that may have been built, if you're like me. And as you approach the door to your heart, it cracks open just a bit. And brilliant beams of yellow, golden light are spilling out everywhere. It's so beautiful. You see yourself opening the door and entering into your heart space to be completely bathed in this warm and loving light. You feel so safe and secure and so happy. This is the most amazing place you've ever been or could imagine inside your heart space. And this light is closest to the truest essence of what you really are. Everything in the universe is made of energy, as are we. It's the common denominator. So we're going to have a bit of a shift in perception here, away from our physicalities that we're used to, and onto our energetic bodies or our light bodies. I want you to look down at your hands inside your heart and see that all the cells of your body have transformed into brilliant points of light. So you're kind of existing there, floating like a light cloud. It's very blissful. And everybody has a very unique shade of color or texture to them. I'd like you to experience this right now. What color are you? And then you look up and you see a colossal but indescribably beautiful ribbon of light above you as well. This is the flow of the cosmos, or the consciousness of one. I call this place the Nexus. It goes by many names in many cultures. It doesn't really matter what you call it. At the end of the day, what it really is total connection. And that's what we want. So I'd like you to allow yourself to float up, merge with that light flow now. You don't have to be afraid. You can come out of it at any time. You don't have to sacrifice anything to experience this. And there's no need to change your beliefs. All truths are inclusive here. One of the things that you might experience when you join in is a sensation of coming home, of belonging. And at some point on every level, you will experience that you are everything and everyone in the universe. And they are also you. We were all one being, one light, one consciousness. We're all the same pie, slightly different flavors we're bringing to the same pie. Now, this nexus is a place of unimaginable power. You have at your fingertips the knowledge and wisdom of the entire universe at your command. This is where our intuition stems from. It's a place of spontaneous healing, of miracles, an incredible capacity to create. And that's what we're going to take advantage of today. We're going to intend a reality of our choosing and then anchor it in the present moment at the end of the intention. Because we can. So now I want you to envision the life that you've always secretly dreamed of having in all its glorious details. I'm going to guide along in generalities because at our core, we all want the same things. But I'd like you to fill in the blanks and color the page the way you see fit for your life. Let's start by talking about health. We all want good health. Envision yourself right now completely whole, vibrant, healthy, moving your physical body with ease and grace. Your emotional body's balanced, your mental body's full of clarity, and your energetic body's filled and complete. We trust our bodies. They're amazing systems that self-heal, self-repair, guard us against anything we might need shielding from. And in this reality, we take care of our bodies. And anytime we need guidance or teaching on how to do so, that is amply available. I'd like you to experience this vitality right now. I'm feeling really light, as if effervescent bubbles are just coursing through my entire being right now. My DNA, my cells, right down to the atomic level, the quantum level. Everything realigning into its natural, perfect, healthy state of balance. It's very invigorating. And now that you're experiencing this vitality, I'd like you to extend it to include your friends and family. Witness the expressions of relief and wonderment on their faces too. And then stretch it out to include your community and then the entire planet. What a beautiful gift to give and receive. Total vibrant health. This is within our power to do so. We are all healers. It's just a matter of focusing our intention and sending that energy outwards. Why don't you try it right now? Think of somebody that you know that you would like to send healing to. See them completely well, whole, healed, happy, and send that energy out towards them. And now let's talk about abundance. There's plenty on this world for all of us, and that is the truth. So let's go ahead and lift humanity now up out of survival mode and into creation mode. It is time. Everybody has fresh, clean drinking water. Everybody has ample, natural, healthy food. Everybody has shelter. Everybody has warmth or cooling if they need it. And there's plenty left over for comforts. So maybe we could travel around once in a while if we'd like. Most importantly, that we have the resources to follow our passions or our dreams in life. Each of us, we're seated with a unique gift that only we can develop and share back with the world. This is our purpose. When we're on the path of our purpose, we feel fulfillment. Not just because we're doing what we love. Deep down, we each have an innate need and desire to contribute. And so when we're following our path, we're being fulfilled on many levels. I'd like you to experience this right now. What are you doing when you're following your bliss? And if you don't know what your purpose is right now, that's okay, don't worry. We're going to generate the feelings associated with it and allow that to beckon into our conscious awareness, that information. So let's go ahead and generate feelings of wholeness or completeness that we felt in our lives before. Or perhaps that all over good feeling from selflessly helping another at some point. Or we can go to a memory where we were doing something you were so enamored with, so fascinated by, that you completely lost track of all time. That's kind of what you're looking for. And now see yourself going to bed at the end of your day, being on your path, feeling completely fulfilled, sleeping soundly through the night, waking up in the morning, excited to jump out of bed and do it all again. Now, we just did this for the entire world. So what does that look like now? I see all the amazing intellects and imaginations pooling together to problem solve. And all of a sudden, we're living on a planet free of pollution, living in harmony and balance with the Earth's ecosystems. How fantastic is that? And look at us exploring our limitless potential together, inventing, building, teaching, learning, sharing, caring, progressing into the future in a most balanced and conscious way. What an exciting time to be alive. And I want you to see this all as already happened. It has happened, it is done, so say we all. And we're doing this together. We are meant to be together. We are here to walk each other home through the meadows and over the bumps. But today, let's celebrate this wonderful existence together in song, in music, in dancing, in laughter, in playing. I'm seeing us all in a huge outdoor music festival, rejoicing together. I'm sensing all the relationships healing, love being transmitted and received. So beautiful. I'm walking down the street in my reality, seeing the smiles on strangers' faces as I pass by, seeing the lights behind their eyes. It's magnificent. Now let's intend one more thing while we're here together. Let's intend that everybody is awakening to this consciousness of one, at least that everybody is feeling connected. Something wondrous happens when we remember who and what we truly are. This high vibrational frequency energy, this light, this love. All of a sudden, the heavier, lower energies just don't make sense anymore. The greed, the harming of others, the righteousness, the judgment. This all falls away, and we naturally tend to adopt the same foundation principles: honesty, integrity, authenticity, caring, sharing. Everybody's on the same page. What a relief. What joy. Even the systems that may govern us in this reality are designed in place to uplift us in our lives, to protect our freedoms, and to help us flow along on our journeys together. I sense all the tension, worry, and fear lift collectively up off of our shoulders into the atmosphere above to be transformed into the higher resonance frequencies that are more in alignment with who we are. And all of a sudden, trust is just blossoming in my heart again. I'm overflowing with compassion. I'm sensing all the connections cleansing, clearing up, communication flowing. The atmosphere is so smooth. It's so easy just to be. It's so easy just to be. Now, wherever you are in your beautiful reality, whether you're out for a family picnic, enjoying their glowing faces, watching your children and grandchildren thrive, or if you're out for a walk in the forest with your dog, enjoying the serenity, you're having a laugh with your buddies out on the court somewhere, or if you're creating something special in the kitchen or at work, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I want you to just stop in your shoes right now in reality and look at all the beauty surrounding you. All the natural beauty, all the man-made beauty, and just drink it in. Sense this unconditional love energy that surrounds and supports us at all times, and receive it. You are so worthy of this amazing reality you've just created. Now I'd like to connect with a little gratitude before we finish up. Thank you, thank you, thank you for every step, every breath of this blessed life. Thank you, vulnerability. Thank you to all the lessons I've learned. Thank you to this vessel, this body that allows me to perceive all this beauty. Thank you to my emotions for guiding me through this lifetime. And most of all, thank you for our connections to each other, to the earth, to our hearts, and back to the source, the fountain that constantly replenishes us with healing and energy and light and love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I want you to take this entire gorgeous reality you've created and build it up as an energy ball in your center right now, in the heart space, the solar plexus, the Dantian area. Build it up as a big energy ball. Make it crackle with life. And then soak it with those elevated emotions you just felt. The fulfillment, the joy, the peace, and the gratitude. And we're going to take a large breath in. We're going to build up that energy. And when we exhale, we're going to release and share that with the world. Here we go. Build it up and send it out. Exhale completely. Give it all away. Our hearts are vast. And then replenish yourself, breath of life, love and healing and light and energy. Good job. I can feel all the concentric rings of energy just encircling the planet, causing all the other like energies to light up in response, blanketing the whole world in this frequency of peace and love and prosperity. And now I'm going to ask you to wiggle your fingers and toes. We're going to come back into our bodies proper. Maybe shift your limbs around a little bit too. Really come back in. And when you feel you're ready to come back into the room or your space, open your eyes. And just notice how you're feeling right now. If you feel calm, relaxed, at peace, whether you've been insightful, you feel some healing, know that you can come back to this state of being with a single conscious breath of intention. This is why we do this practice, so that we can call it up at a moment's demand, anytime, all the time. And eventually we won't even have to try anymore. We just become natural, walking, talking transmitters of this high frequency energy that's more in tune with who we truly are. Creating reality of our choosing around us, because we are that powerful. And so much more so when we put our intentions together in this way, exponentially by magnitudes, actually. So thank you for joining me in these intentions. Whether it's live or recorded, it all works, it's all good. And if you've been doing these for a while and you're pretty confident with building that reality for yourself, I want you to start trying the single conscious breaths of intention as you are going about your day. Whenever you have a few seconds, when you're standing in line, when you're brushing your teeth, when you're making supper, just before you go to bed. And play with it and just notice maybe over the next couple of weeks as you're instituting this, what kind of shifts are happening in your life? What kind of synchronicities? And if you feel like sharing, feel free to share on the comments portion of the website. I'll leave you with that. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you again tomorrow for the next intention at the start of the new week.